that Diaper Jam is definitely a band show. And yes. So Diaper Jam is a great time for a great cause. And if you're a fan of live music, now a lot of times, a lot of fans of live music are like, why do I need a freaking DJ in here? But I will say this, which I can understand. This is not to dispute that. But every time I play there, I got some old grizzled veterans of the live music scene that said, God damn, that was some shit. You know?
Well, you teach them some things.
They're like, wait a minute. Like at that one, they're like, wait, you did Beatles Come Together with Love is a Battlefield, Pat Benatar, and they were perfectly in
They know
key,
what's happening.
And they heard it, and they're like, oh, shit, we got to steal that.
Well, and you do a great thing that most people don't realize, that don't understand what DJs do these days. Like, you get the place involved with what we're doing.
For sure.
And they don't realize they're not used to anybody other than a band being able to pull that off in their life. And then when they see their version of a DJ's probably some shitty weddings they've been to, or just music they don't like for the most part, not the mixtures and stuff that you do that brings so much of crowd interaction into your sets. I mean, and you know how to fucking play the room. That's where your experience is just really second to none in this town. Like, there's a lot of people that can do a lot of great things with music, but if you don't understand the fucking people you're playing to and know how to keep them involved, then you're just, doing whatever. And you've been really great at that every chance I've got to see you play.
I appreciate that. No, reading the room is definitely an art. I mean, at this point, where I've done nightclubs and bars and everything else and all things in between, I do a lot more corporate and private events these days. But, like playing a corporate room is a different challenge. And a lot of DJs can't do it because it's difficult for a lot of people. DJs used to be in the background. Now DJs are in the forefront, and they're the rock star on the center of the stage. Get your hands up, all this stuff, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I can do it when I need to. But also when I need to there's times I need to just sit back and just keep the energy up. Like I had an event just this past week. It was a holiday party for a company. I've done multiple events for them in the past. Since then, I had a few-year hiatus with it because they ended up going remote, so they no longer have an office. So as I'm doing the event, I'm like, all right, let's turn the party up. I knew they always had a younger demographic. They always like to get down. And after a little bit, I was just like, oh, I'm not going. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to keep the energy up, but I'm not going to do the mic work. I'm not going to do some of the line dance, some of this other shtick, because they wanted to sit and visit with each other because they don't get the FaceTime that they used to. So I'm sitting there, and I had this conversation in advance, so I'm aware of what the room is, and I solved that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to let y'all sit and chill. I'm going to keep the energy up because I don't want to get sleepy, but then give you that time, and then when you start to drift apart from that, then we can go up to 11. So, and reading the room, and it's just giving them the time to do it. Sometimes you want to push it. Sometimes you need to because people might leave. This wasn't a situation where it was that. It was like, okay, let me let you do that.
They were hanging out. They were going away from the stage.
Let me let you catch up.
Yeah.
Let me let you guys all catch up.
And I'm not going to put you to sleep. I'm not going to be like, oh, no one's interested in me, and I'm going to check out. No, I'm
get the ego
like,
about
okay.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
You play that yacht rock. That's that.
Well, you just
that groovy swanky.
Well, you do what I said, James, and you kill about knowing who you're playing to.
For sure. That's what I take a lot of pride in.
And honestly, you can have every trick under the sun, and if you can't figure that part out of it, what are you good to me? So we're hiring.
I love it. Like, I always use the analogy. I'm like, every room is a freaking Rubik's Cube, and as I go through the night, I'm like, that didn't work. Okay, this.
Well, you get to be similar to a stand-up comedian. Oh, that didn't work. What can I hit him with?
Yeah.
What's this? Can I hit him
it's
with
adjusting on the fly.
I mean, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch you play, and you get at that.
And that's what DJing is, in my opinion. A lot of people talk about DJing and what it is and what it isn't. And a lot of people that DJ, they want to put on what they came to do.
And sometimes they have their set.
And I'm like,
and it's like, buddy, you don't have a set.
That's not DJing. That's performing. That's playing.
So if you're traveling as a DJ, you get to do that maybe a little bit more.
For sure. But I still don't consider it DJing. That's production.
I agree.
With your tracks or other people's.
I consider it live entertainment.
Yeah, it's like you're a band.
I went and saw David Sedaris at Orpheum the other day. He's an author. Okay. He writes for the New Yorker, and he writes some different things.
I've heard the name, but
Dave Sedaris is a prolific author and writer. So anyway, he was telling us that he came out with this idea But I don't think this is going to work on you guys after talking to you for a minute. I was like, I don't play the Midwest often, and I don't think this is going to be good. He's just kind of running through his
what
notes.
in the blue state's happening here?
Yeah. But you can tell like he'll lead with this thing, a couple like dirty limericks. Yeah.